Hi, my name is Tammy Poor, and I'm the owner of Western Sky Multimedia and Intermountain Publishing. I'm also the founder of the Happy Montana campaign, and I want to tell you just a little bit about it right now. I live in Livingston, Montana, and that is the original entrance to Yellowstone National Park. It is a charming, quaint, adorable town with the Yellowstone River running right through it. And the Yellowstone National Park is one of the most important ecosystems on the planet. And Park County, of which Livingston, Montana is the seat, has two out of the 4 entrances to Yellowstone National Park. And yet, surprisingly, Livingston, Park County, and Montana have almost the highest suicide rate per capita in America. But there are some very happy solutions. Suicide is preventable. I started the Happy Montana campaign as a result of being asked to contribute my time, my resources, my skills, my talents, and my emotional and strategic intelligence to help solve the chronic suicide and mental health crisis. I learned that the mental health industry worldwide has been slowly shifting from a dungeon model to a medical model to a recovery model. A recovery model includes breakthrough modalities that are often curing mental illnesses or at least providing excellent outcomes. I also learned that mental health and mental illness have a huge stigma, and therefore, for the sake of the Happy Montana campaign, we are not going to use either of those terms. We are going to use happy and unhappy. It covers the gamut of emotions from absolutely miserable to ecstatically, blissfully happy, and everything in between. I attended several suicide prevention presentations by Carl Roston, who is Montana's suicide prevention expert, and in 2014, I produced a suicide prevention video with him after a rash of suicides broke out all over the state. In 2009, I produced the first mental health resource and information guide that was a very comprehensive guide for Park County. And in 2014, I also produced the Mental Health and Happiness online resource guide for Park and Gallatin counties, which is still online today. But before I could get it into the hands of the people and prevent the next suicide, as was my goal, all hell broke loose. And I found out the very hard way exactly why Montana and Park County suffer from the highest suicide rate in the nation, almost. Instead of preventing the next suicide, when an extreme crisis hit in 2014, what happened resulted in me trying to commit suicide not once but twice. What happened to me, according to expert research, results in suicide 100% of the time. I fell victim to the curse, but I am no longer a victim. I survived and am very happy again. My first suicide attempt was because I was unable to recover from the trauma of what happened to me from September 2, 2014 to September 18, 2014. I went on a severe mental illness disability and received counseling, but was unable to talk about it. I had an extremely serious case of dissociative disorder as well as severe PTSD. I finally started to recover in early 2017 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, when I began opening up about what had happened. My counselor said that it was like medieval torture, and so it was. It ultimately caused my second suicide attempt, which was just over 3 months ago on December 12, 2017. The 2 images that you see on your screen are both of me taken 3 months apart. The first one was taken of me on December 12th, 2017, right before I made a serious suicide attempt. The second one was taken 3 months later of me fully recovered. Would you like to know how I made such a dramatic, rapid transformation and how you can too? The first thing that I did was to receive this gift from my dear friend and artist, Marie Antoinette Kelly, who owns Portraits of the Soul, and it instantly felt a healing coming over me. In addition to that, I have a core belief in myself and who I am, and knew that I could recover if I accessed the right treatment. I also used rapid transformation therapy, neuro-linguistic programming, reevaluation counseling, dialectical behavioral therapy, nonviolent communication, personal one-on-one counseling, excellent peer support that I obtained online, and also a lot of playing my guitar and singing. So who is this incredibly beautiful woman named Marissa Peer? I will tell you exactly who she is. She is the woman who saved my life, or should I say, the woman who helped me to save my own life. She is also Britain's #1 therapist and is sought after by people in all walks of life because of her unique ability to help people heal themselves completely, often in one 90-minute session. She has helped people cure themselves of very resistant conditions that wreak havoc with the mind and the emotions. She discovered in her 30 years as a therapist, coach, public speaker, and teacher that most of her clients, that include royalty, famous entertainers, political leaders, and ordinary folk, suffer from a greater or lesser degree of low self-esteem. Low self-esteem tells us that we are not good enough, not attractive enough, not smart enough, or just plain not worthy enough. Marissa tells the story about how she was told as a child that she was ugly, unintelligent, and as she came into womanhood was told that she would never be able to bear children. Her parents told her that the most she would amount to would be a nanny. She resigned herself to being a nanny because she believed at both a conscious and subconscious level that that was who she was, and the only way that she would get to be able to be around children. I don't know the story of how she transcended those beliefs and became a world-famous and highly sought-after therapist and coach. I just know that she did, and that I am a beneficiary of her breaking out of the mold into which she was cast by significant others. Not only did Marissa defy all odds and relieve herself of what are called limiting beliefs, she also gave birth to wonderful, intelligent, and very happy children and has an ecstatically happy relationship with her husband. Another thing that many of us suffer from is what she calls our relationship with money. If we are suffering from the lack of enough money, it is because of our deep, often subconscious beliefs and experiences having to do with money. Marissa offers 2 gifts to everyone in the world with an internet connection. One is a mini workshop and hypnotherapy session in which you are conscious the whole time on our subconscious beliefs and programming having to do with our relationship with money, and the other one on any subconscious beliefs that we are not enough of whatever it takes to create the life that we want to have. After my 2 free workshops and sessions, I knew distinctly what my problem was. My dilemma was powerlessness, and it was having my ladder leaning against the wrong wall. It was trying to solve a deadly problem while serving the problem at the same time. It was conscious programming from childhood that in order to survive my childhood, I was going to have to tolerate abuse and keep my mouth shut. It was true, so true at the time, but is no longer true. That programming has been replaced, and I am shouting from the mountaintops. I have developed a zero-tolerance policy for abuse and also the courage to look my abusers in the eyes and say to their faces that they have no power over me. I will protect others from abuse and help them to come into their own power, find their voice, and not fear to use it. To borrow the words of Alicia Keys, one of my all-time favorite women, this girl is on fire. When Marissa saw the picture of my transformation and read my post in her Facebook group called I Am Enough, she commented that it was an amazing transformation and that she is very proud to play a role in it. That opened up a dialogue, and I asked her to come to Montana to enjoy the vacation of a lifetime and also to hold public speaking events with me and train therapists in rapid transformation therapy. Marissa told me that she's always wanted to come to Montana and that she loves my work and my vision for creating freedom, prosperity, and happiness here. She said, let's make it happen, and she can't wait to come. Isn't that great news? There are some other very important breakthroughs in both mental health and personal growth and development. I've studied some of them in great depth and have even taught some of them. Dialectical behavioral therapy, that is a skills-based model that was developed by Marshall Linehan, who is a professor of psychology and psychiatry in Seattle and is also a Zen master. DBT teaches profound life skills that everybody on earth would benefit from learning. Eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, also called EMDR, is a psychotherapy treatment that was originally designed to alleviate the distress associated with traumatic memories. EMDR therapy facilitates the accessing and processing of traumatic memories and other adverse life experiences to bring these to an adaptive resolution. After successful treatment with EMDR therapy, affective distress is relieved, negative beliefs are reformulated, and physiological arousal is reduced. This is a picture of a traumatized brain before EMDR and the same brain after an EMDR treatment. Did you know the Earth's magnetic resonances vibrate at the same frequency as our heart rhythms and brainwaves? HeartMath Institute empowers individuals, families, groups, and organizations to enhance their life experiences using tools that enable them to better recognize and access their intuitive insight and heart intelligence. It can be measured by our heart rhythm patterns. The more balanced and smooth they are, the more in sync or coherent we are. Stress levels recede, energy levels increase, and our brain and what HeartMath calls the heart brain work together. It is a state of optimal clarity, perception, and performance. Reevaluation counseling, for which we are going to be using a form called Naturalizing RC, which teaches that every human being is born completely loving and lovable, completely with genius intelligence and wisdom, and completely powerful and zestful. It teaches that the only reason that any human being feels anything other than lovable, genius, and powerful is because of societal and familial oppression. RC teaches a person how to discharge their emotions in a very safe way with the help of another person or group of people who are highly trained in empathy. Empathy means being able to step into another person's shoes, know what they're feeling and what they need, while staying in their inherent nature and not going into the distress themselves. I want to tell you briefly about how we're going to help build prosperity for the people of Montana. In a nutshell, it will be through teaching multimedia and internet marketing, especially affiliate marketing and crowdfunding. Affiliate marketing is a way to make a lot of money by promoting other people's products and services. It is not very hard, and once you set up the process, money automatically comes into your bank account without much effort on your part. You literally make money while you sleep, and it can free you up to enjoy the lifestyle that many people only dream of having. Crowdfunding is a form of internet marketing that allows you to create campaigns to raise money for projects, business ventures, and for personal needs. It was legislated into existence in 2011 and has raised billions of dollars for entrepreneurs, nonprofit organizations, and individuals in the short time that it has existed. Kickstarter had a head start because they were able to work around the laws that prohibited other forms of crowdfunding. I will also teach strategies and principles taught by Frank Kern, who is considered one of the greatest internet and traditional marketing geniuses alive. Frank and some of his students have made millions of dollars in one day with a single product launch. This just touches on the strategies that we have for building wealth. The beautiful face that you see on the screen right now is my best friend Sherry Horvath. She committed suicide on December 17th, 2017, while I was in the ICU in Albuquerque recovering from mine. We were both on fire with the mission of preventing the next suicide in 2014. Instead, we both fell victim to the curse of why Montana and Park County have almost the highest suicide rate in the nation. Sherry did not die in vain. I know her story, and her story will save lives. I Wish That I Could Tell You What Went Wrong by Tammy Poore. I wish that I could tell you what went wrong. No one knows what happened on that day. When the nightingale gave up her favorite song, she lost the will to meditate and pray. It didn't matter that she had a golden voice. No one wanted the gifts she came to share. She was silenced and would never more rejoice. Her pain became too great for her to bear. Those who scorned her, they did not bring gifts. They could not understand the love she bore. All they did was laugh and scorn and mock her. Their hearts were hard, just like the guns they wore. So on that fateful day in mid-December, praying one last time to her source of life, she cried, "I'm sorry, but I just can't go on. and she cast her tiny body on a knife. I care, little bird with the golden voice. I remember all the times that we had fun. Our hearts were both on fire with the same mission. You gave your gift to me. Your mission's done. I will be hosting a live event in Livingston, Montana to talk about both the escalating suicide and mental health crisis, why it exists, and what can be done immediately to turn those statistics around, and how Park County and Montana can enjoy freedom, prosperity, and happiness. I will tell you my story, share my credentials, and explain exactly how we can do it. Please visit the Happy Montana website at www.happymontana.club for updates about the time, date, and venue for the first Happy Montana live presentation. All businesses and organizations will receive a valuable free ad in the Happy Montana online magazine and on the website just for attending the live event if you wish to accept. This free advertising gift is also extended to talented artists, photographers, musicians, and other very creative folk. Valuable new content will be added to the website daily. Again, that's happymontana.club, not .com. The Montana Bluebird of Happiness, the mascot for the Happy Montana campaign, was provided with love in 2014 by my child, Michelle Aaliyah Willette. The image of the soul re-emerging is provided by Marie Antoinette Kelly of Portraits of the Soul. Contact her at 406-333-4490, www.portraitsofthesoul.com. I don't know where I'm going. I only know where I've been. Some things I'll never repeat, but some things I'd like to do again. I'm not afraid of the future, and I'm no longer afraid of the past. Life can be a mighty adventure, so relax and don't take it too fast. Stop and enjoy the simple things. Take time to listen when the bluebird sings. 'Cause life is way too short and the miracle too great. So take in the beauty today, or it may be too late. Sometimes we all get angry, and sometimes we all feel sad. But when we walk in the spirit of love, mostly what we feel is glad. Right now I'm feeling happy. The journey has just begun. And now that we're together, we are gonna have a whole lot of fun. So stop and enjoy the simple things. Take time to listen when the bluebird sings. Life is way too short and the miracle too great. So take in the beauty today, or it may be too late. I hope your future is good to you, and I hope that mine is good to me. I hope you make a lot of friends and that you prosper in their company. So here's to your success, and here's to your serenity, and here's to peace on earth. Here's to peace in our community. So stop and enjoy the simple things. Take time to listen when the bluebird sings. Life is way too short and the miracle too great. So take in the beauty today, or it may be too late. I said take in the beauty today, or it may be too late.